The universe is recreating what you do to yourself every day.
Yeah.
Okay. So honestly, just being present with yourself, and is going to heal a lot of everything. It's honestly what your soul is dying for is your own attention.
Wow.
Good morning, my friends. It's Friday. It's fun that Friday. And Sensei says it is time to take action on your new life. But beware, Mars is still retrograde, so the old ego may try to sabotage. From my smartphone to yours, keep streaming for your Friday Namaste today. Welcome to Namaste today, the peachiest way to start your day. I'm your host and spiritual life coach, stepº27. Namaste, my friend, and welcome to Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Oh, very, very tough week with all of what's going on, right? Well, today I have good news, my friends. It's time to take action today and through the weekend. Move ahead with your plans. Pick the low-hanging fruit. Do what you can do. But beware. We are in a Mars retrograde, which means we're trying to put down an old ego and birth a new one. That means the old one may try to sabotage. We'll talk about that in today's Lightwalker Newsflash. But first, let's take a look at the Zodiac weather. This Zodiac weather is for Friday, June 17th, 2016. Looking at the 3-day weekend forecast, it's aggressive today, aggressive and passionate tomorrow, and Sunday we're holding space and manifesting. But today, the collective conscious is sunny and aggro. And aggro is short for aggressive if you don't get it. That's because the Great Human Walk has now reached step 27 Gemini, the master action step. That means our ruling channel today is channel 9, and that means our ruling planet is Mars and Mars retrograde. Now, emotions will be hyper defensive. The moon is in Act 3 of Scorpio and will cross Mars himself. So it's a double dose of Mars aggression. And our mental focus today, thank Goddess, is intuitive. Intuition fills the brain. Thank Goddess. That's because Mercury's at step 7, the spiritual step. So it's an aggressive day. It's time to take action. And that leads us to today's Lightwalker Newsflash. Today's Newsflash, Mars rules the day. But beware, he's retrograde. So today is a Grandmaster Action Day. We want to put into action that what we intend to manifest. And if you've been studying with me for a long time, you know that action is a part of manifestation. If you don't take an action in step 9, it frankly won't come. So in a way, you have to have a rain dance to have rain, all right? So today we've all going to do a little rain dancing. We got to get in the direction of what we want to manifest. But the hard or challenging part is we're in a Mars retrograde. Now, this means that energy is different. If you are tired and you don't have the energy to do it, it's probably the old ego that wants that, and so you have to really monitor your own energy before you take action. I'm not saying you're going to be hyper, super, pumped up for what you have to do, but you should have the energy to pull it off. When you are on the wrong path in the Mars retrograde, which is the universe trying to deflate your old ego and get you on a different path, the wrong path will be tiring. It takes a lot of work. The universe does everything it can to encourage you to go the right way, and a lot of it has to do with energy. The other thing I want to point out there is your heart. If you're studying with me, then you know that the heart is what drives us. And even when an ego is young, it's driven by the heart. So a lot of times when ego has gone too far, one of the reasons why it goes too far is because in the beginning it was good. In the beginning it was based on the heart. But somewhere we lost our way, and our ego gets very, very determined that this is what our heart wants. But the truth is that each action, step by step, is not heart initiated. So one way to make sure that you're working from the right dumbass, in other words, the new ego that you're developing, is this is a heartfelt. Does your heart want to do this? Is your heart behind this? Is your heart excited? And you'll find that when your heart's behind it, so is the energy, because that's where we really get our energy is from our heart. So today I'm going to take 3 breaths, and without further ado, channel a megascope for you. We're making some steps today, and I encourage you to take 3 breaths with this and release any anxiety, release any impatience, because these are types of energies you feel when it's a channel 9 day. Okay, my friend. And I'm so grateful I went in, because it's really interesting for me just to witness the difference between my right brain and left brain, because it's always a different message inside, but one that I needed to include, or at least my mind is like, I should have included that. So, today is a master stroke day. Today, in a lot of ways, is a fate. A lot of people, Spirit is showing me, are fated for certain paths. And it's sometimes hard for us to accept, especially when we see some of the horrible things that have been going on the past week. And I think some of this, in a way, was fated. The fate comes from people really listening to their own impulses. And fate is something that you set yourself out to be at a certain place and certain time. But I must underscore, and this is what Spirit wants you to know, that your heart makes a decision in that fated moment based on how you feel in that moment. So fate is when actions or events are brought to us, but free will is what we decide to do when it's presented to us. It is fate free will here in the next few days. And that means that if you listen to your heart and your emotions, you'll be led to right where you need to be. But whether or not you take action or not, whether or not you move forward, whether or not you commit, this is your current lifetime's free will. So it's important now for you to know that you're making a radical moment in your story. Radical in the sense that it's all going to be fast and thrilling from here. And so what Spirit wants to just totally underscore is where God is hiding. She wants you to know that if you make a decision that brings you into peace, if you make a decision that builds a life of peace, if you turn down the challenge in store for self-acceptance and self-love, you will be on the right God path. That's what Spirit wants you to know. If you step up to the challenge and you dig in harder and you fight harder, you're taking another round of ego learning, and Spirit will be waiting for you when you get back. That was basically what it's saying. All right, so let me give you 3 takeaways for the day. Step 1. Before you take any action today, remind yourself of where you belong. So before you take any action, remind yourself of where you belong. Do you belong here? Do you even belong in this scene? Do you belong being treated like this? Do you belong? Because taking the action is kind of signing the check. Remember the rain dance? So make sure you belong there to begin with. Step 2. Aim all day for that feeling of belonging. So it's like, I belong here. Okay, just aim for that feeling and hold that feeling all day, because it's from holding that feeling that you line up your opportunity to act. So hold that feeling of belonging. Step number 3. If an opportunity comes and it's the right opportunity and you know it, don't hesitate to act. Okay? People do miss the bus. And yes, you get another chance in 7 or 12 or 14 or whatever the cycle is, years. So if it's right and you've done this and you know where you belong and everything lines up, take an action today, my friends. You'll have the strength to go on to do it if it's the right action. All right, so for those watching over my personal Sensei service, today I'm going to help you with some tips on staying grounded in the moment so you don't miss that opportunity of action. So how to stay grounded in the moment, what can you literally do for yourself? And then today for your eye candy, I'm going to give you some warnings. With the moon crossing Mars, you'll be prone to accident, injury, or slip up in one area of your life. So watch out for that. I'm not really worried about it happening per se before 3 o'clock. If you're like, what? It's like, so don't worry. This is for the next really 3-4 days that we're kind of keeping an eye out for the new ego versus the old ego. So what to keep an eye out between the two for you at 3 o'clock. And for everyone else, I do want to remind you that I am available for one-on-one spiritual consulting. I have now opened up a 15-minute reading, which is based on just getting in front of you and answering one question. So if you're interested in exploring deeper into your soul, come on down to stepº27.tv. You'll see where you can look at my reading Sensei sessions and see what I have available. All right, my friends, we'll have a fabulous weekend. Choose wisely, take your actions, be careful, listen to yourself, and remember, Sensei loves you, and live, love, be. Why can't you find love? How long have you really been single? Really? Having trouble finding that special soulmate? I can solve this one. Secrets of Birthdays, now live for purchase. Your love trouble? Over. All that and more at secretsofbirthdays.com.